Uh-huh.
Yeah, make sure you pay attention this time, DM.
Bro, I was
Whoa,
having
whoa,
a lovely
whoa,
conversation with my
whoa.
comrades, my compatriots,
Oh,
my she, theys, and gays.
Put that gun away,
And
Danny.
then I started paying attention when it got good.
Yeah, when it was over.
Anyway, yeah, who wants to give a quaint little recap of what happened last week?
We found a cabin.
Yes.
The cabin
Right.
that was there the entire time.
Mm-hmm.
V found some potions that would have been really helpful if we found them before.
Who?
Was it
Not V, courage.
Who?
No, not V. Courage.
Who
V
am
is
I?
back in Cutter
I need to go back to sleep. Good night.
I
Courage
need
Courage found some potions that would have been really helpful beforehand, but you know, wonder why that didn't happen.
Hmm.
We
There must
determined
have been
we
a good
don't
reason.
know where Ymir is aside from north.
Makes sense to me.
We could always ask.
I wrote here on its own line, Lazar and V dated, ? As if I, the player, didn't already know that. I also wrote Valor and Courage have a good talk.
Yeah.
Yeah, Valor and Courage, what did you say?
Valor told Courage, like, hey, I know how dead set you are on, like, being like me. Instead, be your own. And Courage was like, I cannot compute.
It's like, what the hell are you talking about? Make sense, please. And then we talked about purpose and things we enjoy. You like dancing.
No, they like watching people dance.
Oh, my apologies. You like watching people dance.
Voyeurist dancing.
Creepy.
And then
I
Scraps
wrote
was there too.
Acacia PTSD moments.
Yeah, Acacia was off in the corner.
Captain!
Acacia was off in the corner, explicitly not sleeping.
They're fine. They're okay.
No, they're not.
They're free. They're fine.
No, she's not.
They're fine.
Scraps asked Acacia about her bitten off arm. And we had an actual Acacia PTSD moment, where she remembered how fucking bad it was when her arm was bitten off, and it was healed by the dragon soul within her, so it's technically not her arm, but it is. And because I love to push buttons and make Alex's life difficult, my immediate thought was, my sword has part of that dragon soul in it. What if I cut my dragon hand with my dragon sword? And that sure did something.
It's not making Alex's life difficult. That's making your fucking life difficult. What are you
No, it
talking?
made my life difficult too. I had to kind of come up with shit on the spot. Anyway, continue.
Learned a little bit more about that underground mirror that I have to go to, so that's fun. I also got a little feet. Thanks, Alec.
You're welcome.
Feet? Gross.
You have a third one now?
Yeah.
Now I'm a tripod.
That's what they call her. That's what they call her dick, dude.
Wait,
You
what
know
do they
that
call
thing
it?
is
Dick?
swangin'.
Because it's a whole foot. Huh.
Actually,
Huh.
you know what? No, I'm sorry. Good.
You killed them!
It was a good run.
Oh, no!
The joke was too good.
It was
Thank you,
so fun.
thank
It was too funny.
That's why you guys didn't laugh. You were clapping. It was like
Yeah,
one of
I
those
was
like
so
silent laughs.
blindsided from it, I just had to leave.
It was like one of those like silent laughs. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what happened.
Yeah. Anything that specifically that you remember from the vision?
So it's a mirror of souls. Because the dragon Vikelia was screaming. Definitely in the Underdark, we went past the spider drow like Zero. There's a black hole with a swamp, a mirror with a figure, holy armor and a mask. Vikelia's in the mirror. It's a cache of souls, lost souls, unresurrected, unburied. The mirror feels like it will burst, full of power. It's a miracle I can read my own writing.
Nice.
Yeah, my vision had spider drow in it, Cameron.
Huh?
Oh.
Huh?
Oh,
Huh?
oh,
Huh?
Oh.
Sorry for listeners at home. It's just one of those things.
it's a stim kind of session, y'all. Jose, Oscar, if you guys are listening, we're sorry.
Shout out to our top 2 listeners.
Jose,
Shout out to our
Oscar.
tier 3 subs.
Jose, Oscar, if you're listening, fuck you.
Yeah.
Ricky wants to come and
Wow.
fuck you.
No,
I'll watch.
Ricky's
Jose,
gonna
Oscar,
fuck
if you're
you.
listening, I love you.
Jose, maybe. Oscar, no.
Yo.
Damn, Oscar can't even get bisexual dick. Poor guy. Alright. On from that. Something.
Hell yeah.
Something. Courage said after the session was over and the recording stopped. If you want to repeat what you said, Courage.
Oh, so wait, did only Acacia see the vision? Or
Yes, but did you mention the Shadow City briefly, Acacia? To the
Oh
rest of the
no.
group?
I don't think
No,
she's gotten to that point yet,
okay,
because I think I
gotcha.
ended with Acacia vomits.
No, like I'm gonna say my name, Acacia. That's not my name.
Mhm.
Courage. Courage. I was gonna like comment about like the Shadow City, but then be like, all this talk about the Shadow City reminded me that I met someone from the Shadow City a few days ago.
Shadows.
They like,
But yeah.
but I cannot remember their name.
Shadow.
But yeah,
I have like a sad face.
Kane, Ziri, you guys just saw Acacia stab herself and have a vision and then throw up.
It was sick.
She is sick, yeah.
It was
Violently.
I look at Valor. This is not part of their normal functioning.
No.
that looks bad.
I lean over and Acacia.
Yeah.
Am I Is it okay if I touch you? Is something going to happen?
Probably not.
Okay, I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds.
Be careful.
Yeah, Alec, you didn't actually have me roll damage just to hit myself.
I mean, it's it's fine. You don't have to. Like,
Okay.
You go unconscious.
you're gonna heal it anyway. Like you're gonna
Fair
take if you're gonna like take a long rest, then you'll heal it over. But it does look bad. You stabbed your arm with a rapier.
I really have to go to the Shadow City.
Oh my god, me too.
I thought that was supposed to be my line.
I
Whose
guess
line is it anyway?
I don't get it.
I don't get it either.
I'm sure that was a funny joke, Valor.
Weird.
I don't know why I said that. Just some extra dimensional being poked my soul, I guess.
divine intervention.
What?
gotcha.
Acacia, why did you do that? What's going on?
Yeah, but like your arm's like, oh my god.
Scraps asked about my arm, and I remembered that my draconic ancestor kind of is the reason I still have an arm, and I think her soul is trapped in my sword, so I put 2 and 2 together. And I saw where her soul is under the Shadow City.
Under the Shadow City?
A swamp with a mirror.
Mirror.
I know
Oh,
nothing
I
of
need
this.
to. I need to go check out a mirror too. That's like in a lake or a swamp something.
Is it a mirror
Why?
of soul scraps?
Ah.
It might be the same one.
Oh my god, we're twinning.
What if it's just like two separate mirrors in
That'd be
two
so
completely
funny.
different swamps? You guys just go,
Oh
oh,
my-
mine's this way actually, see ya.
Why must you all need to see mirrors?
It felt Zero. It felt like I was being dragged into an abyss.
Really? That's crazy. He kind of starts fidgeting. Oh, that's crazy.
Even to my eye, it's kind of obvious that you know something but don't want to talk about it. That's fine. That's fine. We have business to attend here first, anyway.
Yeah. Well, we might take a visit to my, I don't want to say hometown, that sounds too friendly. But, well, yeah, we can worry about it later.
Cool.
When is later?
When we get to the Shadow City, I suppose.
Are you from outside it?
No, I'm from below it.
I understand. Yeah, let's not worry about it for now.
Wait, so how is their arm? Is it like mangled or?
Not mangled. It's still usable. It's just like, you know,
okay.
stabbed with a rapier, blood everywhere. And you see like, just kind of like cold, like frost beginning to kind of like slowly cover it, kind of like little goosebumps covering the arm.
Do you think anyone will mind that we left all this blood here?
You want to clean it?
I don't have the means to clean it.
It's an abandoned cabin anyway.
I cast mending on the floor, but it broke anyways.
After we rest for the night, are we tracking the giant tomorrow?
I believe so.
What are our intentions with the giant?
I don't know about everybody else, but I intend to speak with them.
Speaking.
I'm in the same boat. I'm curious about their situation.
I look to Acacia to like gauge their reaction.
I'm not stupid enough to try to fight her right now.
Yay! We will talk to giant. Where is the giant?
They should be up in the mountains, correct?
North is about all we've got.
Well, if we do happen to find Raynor again, perhaps they can give us a better sense of direction.
They might know, yeah.
We could go back to the city and ask for directions and then come here so we don't get lost. But that seems like a lot of time spent.
Yeah, I think we should just go for it, honestly. we have landmarks to come back to if we do get lost.
Yes. Snow and mountain.
Or like the giant lake we're at.
I don't know how long we'll be. I don't know how visible this lake will be by the time we find anything.
In my explorers pack, could I just like have like a compass? Because I feel like that's something that would be in an explorers pack.
Yeah, sure.
Ziri's gonna pull out his compass. Well, if we get lost, we can just come back this direction, and I think that's we'll end up coming across the lake anyway.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Alright, are the rest of you resting for the night?
Yes.
Okie dokie.
Yeah.
Woohoo! Long resting!
Nice.
Pog jam.
How much does my wand recharge? 1d6 plus 1. That's not a d6.
It's a D2.
It gets
Grab the
6
coin.
charges back.
Woo!
Which means
Yay!
it has all of its charges, Alec.
Yippee! You gonna fire this off at a giant?
No.
Unless.
I'm dumb, not stupid. Unfortunately, there's a difference.
The line is thin, but there is still a line.
There is a line.
Are
Yippee!
Yippee! Are you all heading off to try and locate the lair of Ymir, or are you heading back to Kreril?
They would look for the lair.
Yeah.
Alrighty. You take a snowy and mountainous path up north and to the east, weaving around various mountains. You are in the realm of a very kind of like bitter cold. You notice that Lazar doesn't seem to be affected. There's this kind of like barbarian storm aura around him that just constantly keeps him not warm, but almost just like resistant to this cold. And the same with Acacia. Her body has become a little bit more frigid looking. I would like everybody else, however, except for Acacia and Lazar, are courage and valor affected by like temperature and cold? Unless it says anything in the specific.
Yes, because it says we don't need to sleep, we don't need to eat, drink, or breathe, we're immune to disease, we have advantage against poison and poison damage, but it doesn't say anything about temperature.
Alright then, everybody but Acacia and Lazar, please make a constitution saving throw. Because it's
Constitution.
fucking cold.
Add
Damn.
3 to this.
Damn, if only it was not.
I don't add 3 because it's already factored in for me.
Oh, buddy.
Oh, buddy.
Oh yeah,
We're already in 3?
Yep, because of Valor's aura of protection.
Damn, that aura, though.
I was just gonna say,
That aura, though.
That aura, though, that's gonna be a 15 for me. I read it. Damn, kid.
Oh,
Looking up.
Moving up the world.
4.
Wait, what?
Did you roll a 1?
Did you roll a 1?
Yes.
Oh, buddy.
Courage sickle.
Courage sickle.
Like there's
I don't think like courage has ever been like in a very like cold environment. So I mean, this would track. Perhaps your model is not quite built for the cold, like fucking like Edward Elric's like fucking automail. You're just kind of like freezing over a little bit, and it's difficult to move. Hell build.
Courage is a summer model.
wait, who passed?
Let's see. So Zero got a 17 total, Scraps got a 15, Kane got a 19. Nice. What did Keisha get?
Acacia didn't roll.
Oh, right, sorry. And then Valor got 11. Everybody but
Acacia
Valor.
didn't roll because she's the DM special little pookie.
Everybody but Valor and Courage succeeded.
Wow.
Okay, so both of you are just not faring very well. Oh no. Everybody in the group, you bought like warmer cloaks and clothes ready for this adventure. I think Ziru like bought just like a cloak and is just kind of like facing this like completely unfazed. Valor and Courage, your like limbs are just kind of like moving a little bit slower. It's your metallic bodies aren't like used to. Your son is marching along with him. Yeah, sure, he's here, whatever. We're leaving him outside, by the way.
Can someone drag our bodies? I have rope.
I don't think I'm strong enough for that.
Courage and Valor. You have a -1 to all ability checks.
Yeah,
Because
okay.
of
Yeah, I didn't need it anyways.
Because of the frigid cold environment and how it is affecting you. I would like everybody to give me either a perception or survival check.
I'll do perception.
I'll do
would love to do-
survival.
Also
I would love to do anything that's not wisdom based, but I'll do that.
Tee.
Actually, that's not bad.
That's
69.
an 8.
6. Wait. 7.
Awesome. 6, 7, 17, 15. And is it survival or perception for you, Acacia?
Perception.
Perception. You notice up ahead as you climb through the various mountains and thickets. One, a kind of discolored looking flower along the path. It's just this kind of like very dull red. Zero, you notice tracks, large, not humanoid, but something more ape-like and beastly.
Zeru's gonna like turn to Acacia and Kane. What do giants look like again? I've never seen one, but he's gonna point the tracks out.
Did they look familiar?
No. Well, roll. Give me either. I'll allow a history check, Acacia.
Ooh, nice.
21.
21. These are not Titan footprints. They're much too small. They're like, slightly larger than yours, but nothing of a giant. These are Yeti tracks.
Ooh.
And this
Yeah.
discolored flower on the road seems to have been some sort of kind of like a warming agent almost. And like the warmth inside of it has just kind of like been eaten.
So, a little history lesson. These are much too small to be Titan footprints. They're most likely Yeti footprints. Let's try not to fight them, if they're still around.
My apologies. My audition is compromised. Did you say we must fight them?
No.
Okay.
What is a Yeti?
Big. I mean, I guess they kind of walk on two legs like we do. They're very much built for the cold. In my experience, they're dangerous.
Would it be possible to like continue walking like while like sneaking, or is like or not really because it's like a snowy mountain?
You could try to sneak by. Yeah, of course. Yeah, give me a group stealth check. How many of you?
Oh, this is gonna go so good.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 with Lazar.
Gonna go amazing.
-1 with disadvantage. Let's go.
You have fun with that.
You're gonna roll 220.
Oh.
0.
Oh
Oh
my
my
god! Oh my god! Guys, we're doing so good.
19.
We're rolling back with dice. We're not rolling with
Oh
dice.
my god.
I got a 19.
I got a natural 19 for a total of 21.
I don't think I.
I don't think anything is saving this, though.
Oh no.
Acacia personally is apparently just blending into the snow, but
So, Valor 0, Scraps natural 1, Kane 12, 0 8, Acacia 21. What did Courage get?
A 19.
A 19.
So, you know how, like, if you don't oil something for too long, it sounds like the loudest fucking creaking you'll ever hear? That is Valor's knees currently. We have gotten to that point in the cold, and them being, slowly being frozen over.
oh, I wish I was playing my Chronergy Wizard, man.
Oh,
Pain, agony, misery.
this is awesome. Okay. Acacia, Kane, funnily enough, and Courage, you're able to keep back a little bit with the group, and you are not noticed. But Acacia and Zero, again, you see two large, maybe 11-foot tall Yetis slowly just begin to kind of like crawl around the mountainside, noticing Scraps and Valor first of all. It seems like they're not quite ready to pounce just yet, but they are watching and they're trying to see if they can kind of like catch them unaware from the rest of the group.
I will use message to whisper to everyone as quickly as, like, I'll go one at a time to everybody and point out where they are. Just eyes up.
Uh-uh. Oh.
I heard Acacia in my head.
You notice, as she says eyes up, you notice kind of like along the mountainside, two white shapes begin to kind of like move and trail you.
Might that be the Yeti?
Yeah.
That would be it.
What do we do? You said not to fight, but if we must,
Then we must.
There are
Harder.
two, yes.
there is another one.
What are you guys
I want
doing?
to know what Kane's cooking.
We'll say like you guys can have like a Baldur's Gate 3 style pause, like if you want to like cook something up.
Little cinematic
Like-
pause.
Yeah.
Like, can we see their like their how they're acting, like demeanor or whatever?
Give me a nature survival check.
Can I assist
How are you assisting?
by using my limited past experience to point out how their posture is stalking towards
Oh.
us?
Okay, yeah, go for it. You have an advantage.
Okay. Okay, so that's 19.
19.
I have nature.
It's not. It definitely is veering towards aggressive, but it is not like, it doesn't seem like they're going to attack instantly. It seems like you have like a few moments, and they're also cautious.
Does anybody
are-
have anything loud?
There I can shatter spell.
I can shit.
I can take a massive robo dookie.
like a storage card comes out.
Like a perfectly brown cube.
Oh, dude, my CPU.
I don't think trying to scare them off would be a bad idea.
I cast shatter.
Anybody have a better plan?
I could cast a minor illusion. Dragon worker work, perhaps? Or something scarier?
I can like get bigger.
Is now the time for you to become big?
Are you able to become big multiple times or just once?
I mean, it's usually when I get freaked out. But that's like 3 times a day maximum that I get really scared.
3 panic attacks a day, gotcha.
Yeah,
Wow, only 3?
Where
I try to keep calm.
That's
Damn,
good.
I should
be doing?
I should be frightened of the horrors, but they're on cooldown right now.
I should be frightened of the horrors, but like, I'm just mentally exhausted, dude.
Wait, Nico. What did you want Kane to think of doing?
Oh, I can create a roar of like a dragon or something. I don't know what else would really scare a yeti. I don't know anything bigger than them. Couple that with maybe Zero getting large, maybe.
Your illusion will affect both of them?
I can only make the sound.
Well,
I could make an image, but what would it be?
gotcha. The sound will, they'll both hear it?
30 feet range, yeah. How close are they?
Yeah, about like 35 feet. You can kind of like wiggle it.
Then yeah.
Maybe the sound and Zero at the same time? And if not, Shatter as plan B? Plan C, we just prepare to fight?
I could banish one if that happens. Just to give us a bit of an edge.
Okay.
let's try spooking him first.
Yeah.
Let's try spooking them first. Sorry.
All right, so Zero, you enlarge yourself.
Yeah, he's gonna, instead of the usual like panicky kind of demeanor that he has, it's much more like controlled and like more like feral, I guess.
Okay. How are you kind of like positioning yourself?
He's gonna put himself in. Are we still, or are the people who weren't seen by the Yetis still like sneaking, or are
They're
we just
still
like...
good. They're still sneaking.
Okay, probably between Scraps and Valor, and kind of
Mhm.
like turning his head like toward like both of them, so that it's like he can like make eye contact, but like in a very like defensive but like aggressive like pose.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Okay.
like laughing and snarling and stuff.
And at one point, do you cast Minor Illusion Cane?
Yeah.
Like when?
Uh, I'll just tell Zero, when you transform, do try your best to scream, yell, whatever it is I need to do. I'll play a dragon roar over it. And so when Zero will yell, Kane will just cast Minor Illusion to make a dragon roar.
All right. Both of you give me an intimidation check with advantage.
Yay.
Intimidation. Oh, banger.
Alright.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
And 19. Zero, you run between Scraps and Valor just as the Yetis are about to kind of like start getting into kind of like a more hunched over position. Enlarge yourself, your several different limbs come out, all kind of like sprawling behind you like draconic wings, and then you roar as it kind of like echoes through the mountain. And the two Yetis both just kind of like fall over themselves, go and like kind of like backpedal a little bit. Some of like the snow begins to kind of like fall down towards you, and you notice one of them who seems to kind of have like little red bits around his mouth, just kind of like does like a strange noise with his tongue, and then you notice like a little bit of flame come out, melt some of the snow, and they both just kind of like slide and begin to kind of like run away from you.
Yay.
Nice.
You.
Good work, Zero.
Oh, thank you. He's gonna try to like give Kane like a high five, and he has like five arms, so it's just kind of like weird. I don't know what he's trying to do.
He's gonna
Like
high
25.
five all of them.
Oh,
Aw.
Just one at a time. Just go pop, pop, pop.
oh, thanks, man. I couldn't have done it without you.
Bup, bup, bup.
You two did excellent.
I'm just worried that. No, never mind.
What are you worried about?
Nothing. We should probably leave before anything else comes by, though.
Yeah.
They keep walking.
Yep.
Yep.
Onward.
Past the Yetis, and what you just now realize they had eaten what seems to be a kind of like glowing fire flower, and have possibly retained its warming effects through their combination of spit. Avoided an attack with fire-breathing Yetis.
Yippee.
You come upon.
That's horrifying.
You come upon a large mountainous cave. You notice a dark entrance, out of which mist so dense and thick spills out you might think you're in the clouds. Through the fog, you notice a small farm of root vegetables, a gray sky above, completely enshrouded in clouds. There seems to be kind of like fabric hanging over the doorway. This huge cavernous mouth, maybe 20 foot tall, and large footprints, seemingly having recently returned fresh in the snow.
Well, who wants to go first?
I vote courage.
I am courage. I think I'm walking.
Oh my god.
I follow right after courage.
I am courage. I have courage.
Yeah, Kira will fall behind.
Courage, remember that there is a difference between bravery and foolishness.
I have no fear. He
No
turned.
fear.
They turned to look at you, and they have like the word fear written on their screen. I have no fear.
Wait, but what's that on your screen?
It must be a glitch.
Oh, makes sense to me.
Acacia's gonna walk right, like, behind and to the left of Kane.
Okay. Hold on. Let me actually drag you over and you guys can arrange yourselves however you want.
Oh, horrifying. Thanks. I
Uh-oh.
don't like that, actually.
Oh, snap.
I can't select my token.
That's spooky.
Give me a minute.
Wah, you all the time with the wah, all the time. Never stop it. What do you think about someone else's feelings for once?
Shut up.
Other people have
see?
feelings?
No, Acacia. Don't worry about it.
Right, it's the main character talking.
I want to be over here. Anyways.
I'm in the front, and everyone's behind me.
Inside
Awesome.
a large, dark cave, you notice a lived-in space.
Wait, where's the front? Can you
Where
ping
you're
it?
standing is the front.
This looks darker to me.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, okay, it's got to be this side, right?
No,
Maybe
no,
up
no,
here.
No.
Nuh-uh.
We're
This way.
you are all at the front.
Oh, there.
A massive cot, handmade pots, and a small stove. It smells of cooked chicken. You notice several large birds, bones tossed in the corner, freshly skewered. The birds look familiar. You notice them flying away with one of your companions at one point.
Oh, well, rocks.
No, Danny, birds.
You can't
I do
eat
not understand
rocks,
the joke.
Danny. We're not ungulates that need them to digest.
Perhaps you cannot eat rocks.
Me and my
Put it
evolved
ahead.
species.
It is natural fiber.
It's natural
The ore
fiber.
inside is good for you.
I don't think it's fiber, but okay.
Is this what they meant when they said shit a brick? Make the bricks in stomach?
Whatever sinks your ship, I guess.
The ship is sinking.
I've never heard
Yeah.
that one before. Whatever sinks your ship is awesome.
To the lifeboats. Courage just runs out of the cave.
In the center of the room, a figure 3-4 stories tall, back turned towards you, though they feel your presence. Clad in old, falling apart clothing, bearing the scars of a war that lasted a millennia. A small walking stick at their hand that is freshly painted with blood, flowing, clouded hair, skin of blues and grays mixed together like the sky, and a mask across their eyes. Ymir turns to all of you.
As I'm in the front, Courage is gonna. Wait, they turn to us, right?
She turns around and just kind of goes.
I'm so confused
this-
on where we're supposed to be.
You're fine. You're fine where you are. Like this is the front.
No,
You're good.
I'm running away.
No.
Acacia's in the back. Acacia's in the back
Okay,
because she doesn't want
okay,
to cause problems.
Greetings,
In
oh
this-
giant one.
In this loud, rumbling voice that echoes through the cavern. So you're that draconic roar I've heard. That takes care of one issue. You may respond.
I keep
Greetings,
waving.
oh giant one. We are here to talk to you.
Give me a persuasion check.
Oh. Oh, all of us?
The one talking.
And I'm not the one who was here to talk to them.
Well, you're the one that started this conversation.
Ooh. It's an 8.
8. What is everyone's body language and demeanor?
I'm friendly.
You
I'm
left your
waving.
axe at the lake.
Yeah, I'm just super friendly. I'm just like, just waving. And it's
You're just like, I don't need this
"Ah."
where I'm going.
Yeah, I have my arms wide open.
Acacia's straight as a fucking board, trying not to look hostile,
Hey.
but unable to look natural.
Don't worry, you'll have your gay awakening soon.
Oh, I already have. Acacia hasn't.
Kane is gonna do their best to try and make a gentle smile and hold their hands like on top of one another on his like torso.
Valor's weapon is holstered, but they are very flinchy. Like I would say every hard, like, consonant just makes Valor just like jump a little bit.
She seems to regard your presence and not immediately reach for a weapon. There is room for discussion here.
I turn to look at the group with the the phrase "yippee" on my screen.
Then converse.
We shall. I turn to look at them. I don't have anything to say to them.
Do you mind if we approach the fire? It is cold outside.
It is windy.
I forgot. You require warmth to survive. She turns to her table and kind of takes out like a little a bundle of sticks for a fire and
Alright,
begins
stand up.
to slowly kind of like set it for you all. And you notice, like, as she does so, she's not like looking at kind of like the fire. She's not looking at any of you. You notice like the like beneath the mask, kind of like scars, kind of like going down her face and like up into her eyes. She gestures as if she could not see. She starts a fire, a little kind of like, and kind of like brings it out a little bit closer to you, and then steps back.
Wait, I'm on it.
What?
With every step, the room.
Enjoy my shitty fire.
I'm
on it.
With every step, the room kind of echoes and shakes a little bit. The snow crunches underneath her feet. It's well set. It does bring a lot of warmth. It's still very open. And she just kind of like motions to the door. Feel free to close the door if you would like. It should provide some warmth.
Alec,
Hmm.
may I please make a wisdom saving throw to not have a panic attack?
Yes, you may.
How big is this door?
That's a 4.
4. Ooh, you've met her. Oh, you've met her before. She fights with the vigor of 1,000 soldiers. She does not go down. It was one of the most agonizing fights that you've ever had, simply because it took so long. She has the constitution to keep going. Your group was almost out of spells, and that's when the dragons attacked, and you were all able to escape. You barely with your arm.
Okay, she's just gonna back up.
She was the one to kill Selro, the Insatiable. Kane, you remember leaving your twin behind.
Harry's gonna speak up and say, "Much thank you for the fire.
Yeah, thank you very much.
I love fire. Don't you all?" And I turn to look to everyone, especially the people who are having the panic attacks.
I'm fine with the cold, thank you.
To each their own. It takes a village, as they say.
You would be fine. Ice Queen. I haven't felt Vicelia's presence in quite some time. How many times does she need to die, exactly?
I don't know. Is this really a conversation path you want to go down?
You died once before. And now you're back. Funny how the world works. I did not learn your name during the war, though I remember our battle. Who are you?
Acacia.
Acacia. I will retain your name. Give me an insight check.
It's fucking horrifying now. Like, I'm actually frozen. Well, I was gonna say I'm dookie shit at insight, but that's a natural 20.
Okay, I'll message you.
So that is a, you know, an opposite of the 4, I guess.
Why have you all gathered to seek me out? Some of you are afraid, others are curious, and some are itching to draw their weapons. What a strange group.
I had questions for you.
Speak up.
I had questions for you. Ones that only you would be able to provide.
Automatons. I thought you had
I
all
waved.
perished. The
We did, and
siege of Alagard was brutal.
it was. And up until 2 months ago, you would have been correct. I was deactivated for 7 years, and I was reactivated by happenstance. Forgive my demeanor, I
understand.
I wished to ask you, what was it like? Why choose cities? Why fight in places with such high populations?
Do you walk around an anthill when you are in the midst of battle? When someone holds a knife to your throat, do you wonder if you might accidentally kill a mosquito? I have lived for 5,000 years. Your cities fall in the blink of an eye. I was not bothered to look, and now I can't.
Poetic.
I'm not much of a poetry gal.
Though the world works in poetic ways if you think about it.
The world works in black and white, right and wrong. The world works as is and was and isn't.
I will agree to disagree with you for now.
You don't have to do anything.
You're right. I don't. And my other question. Why did the war start, if you know?
One of us had to have attacked the other first, I think. It was an elder destroying a draconic hatchling. Retaliation followed. I don't know why our elder attacked the eggs. Perhaps it was some previous grievance. Really, though, I just can't stand them. The war, what you call the Broken War, lasting 100, 200 years. It is only one of many in our lifetimes. I have fought those scaled creatures my entire life. So it is awfully brave of you all to shiver and to wave and then bring 2 dragons to my doorstep.
I look at Kane. One of them is a bit incapacitated from his power at the moment. A cruel twist of fate, and for me, a funny one.
You seem to delight in the suffering of your compatriot.
Only one that has enjoyed the suffering of others.
And that seems fair to you.
It seems fair only because at the end of the day, I do not mean him harm in a twisted way. One of my greater enemies is also one of my friends.
You would have made a good Titan.
No, I would not have.
I disagree.
She smiles.
Because I do not see the world like you do. I don't see it in the blacks and whites that you were talking about.
I don't see it at all. Anymore.
You know, I was thinking of making that joke, but it seemed in bad taste coming from me, just meeting you.
See? We are more alike than you think.
And we're not here to break any peace. We're not here to fight.
It'd be foolish to try and fight you now.
I was wondering when I'd hear that fucking voice.
Hello, it's me. How goes it, Ymir?
What name do you go by this time?
Well, these days you can refer to me as Kane.
Okay. Stuck in such a small body.
As Ymir says that, Kane is just gonna like sit down crisscross applesauce around a fire. Yeah, nothing I can do about it. I suppose that is the cost of trying to revive oneself. Something you didn't have to go through, correct?
No. Although, and she kind of like pulls off this mask that she wears, and you see the doing of your twin, Selro, lightning scars and burns across her eyes, rendering the flesh completely mutilated and unusable. I was not left without a parting gift.
I see.
Are any of your kind alive? Do you know?
Well, we did recently put a stop to one of those. But as far as I'm aware, no, there shouldn't be. But as I mentioned to the others, anything's possible. I only just learned about your existence only a couple weeks ago.
Her face kind of sours a little bit. I do try to keep it under wraps and just live out my days in squalor.
Really? The town nearby really holds you in distaste.
As they should. I've killed many of them.
And yet you work closely with the moon hunters.
They do not bother me. Sometimes we hunt together. I have food, they have protection. It works out. A few have tried to come and speak with me. I do not understand this custom.
You can see that. Then,
Go ahead.
forgive me, but what is stopping you then from just simply eliminating the nearby town? I mean, if there's such an annoyance, you could easily take them out, no?
An annoyance. I do not need to fight them.
Alec, may I please insight check her?
Go ahead.
I also kind of want to.
Go ahead. Yes, yes, yes. Everybody who wants to can
So
insight.
you know I was a nat 20 earlier? That's
Uh-huh.
a 1.
Question.
Yes.
Would the Ring of Truth Telling play right now?
What does the Ring of Truth Telling specifically say?
Anytime I make an insight check against a creature that is lying, I have advantage.
Do you think she is lying?
I would like to see if she is, or I want to see if there's any. I want to see if this is lying by omission.
You can roll with advantage.
Boop.
19, 12.
6.
Awesome.
I haven't rolled above a 6 this entire
19
session.
from Scraps. I did courage roll. Danny. Oh no. Oh no, he's gone. Oh no. Come back to
You son of a bastard.
R.I.P. Danny, you will be missed.
Oh no.
Da, da, da. Oh, hello, Danny.
Hello.
Danny.
You hear me now? Can I be
Yeah,
heard?
yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you. What'd you get?
16.
16. Okay, 16 from Courage, 19 from Scripps and Kane. And a 1 from Acacia. Acacia, Vikelia inside of you, now awakened, bubbles up and begins to scream and roar, and just kind of like you instinctively reach for your rapier. And you that does not go unnoticed from Ymir. Though in your state of panic, you kind of just like reassert your grip a little bit. You can't let go of it. Because you cannot stop remembering what the feeling of sinking this rapier into her felt like.
Can I just like back out of the cave?
Yeah, you
completely?
just don't know. You just frankly don't know.
Can Acacia just leave?
Where are you going?
Just out of the cave.
Okay, Lazar follows you.
Thanks, bud. Acacia's just gonna not be in line of sight with Ymir. She's gonna go have her panic attack in peace now. What better way to not understand a conversation than to completely leave it?
Valor. She is ununderstandable. Comparing herself to you was kind of like made your like circuits just kind of like fry a little bit. As like what a strange thing to say. That's kind of like all you can think about right now. So her demeanor is just kind of like going straight like all like over your head. You have no idea how she feels or like if she's telling the truth or anything. Courage. You can sense truth in her words. It is not a thing of, you know, affection or care. It's simply a statement of there is no need for me to fight these people. What would that bring me? Kane and Scraps. Her words of I cannot see the world anymore, and the people come and converse with her, and a bitterness of being asked why she will not annihilate this town. She has no need to, and there is something within her that is ashamed of craving these people's company, because there is no one else. Her family and other giants are either gone or dead, and you cannot live alone for centuries. Even humans get attached to fish sometimes. Sorry, you rolled a 12-0? Somewhere in between all that. I have insulted your friend.
I look behind me and then look back. The one who had just left.
Acacia, yes.
I doubt it was insult and more.
I think
Other
ramming my staff through her chest is quite an insult.
You know, I cannot argue with that.
Why argue when you can just accept?
It was more of a confirmation.
I know. So what are you here for, Kane? I doubt this was your first stop on your afterlife visit.
Kane is gonna make a big sigh. Just kind of gesture them over. It's like a big swing. Why don't you just come over here and get closer, Ymir?
She
You're-
dons her mask again, brings her staff with her, and just kind of like walks over to the fire.
And sit down. You're making me anxious just standing there.
Forgive me, I've been a poor host. Shall I offer you some chamomile tea while I'm at it?
No, that's too much. Besides, like you said, you haven't had too many visitors like this.
All of them want to know things about me. It is strange. One of them asked if I have music I listen to. Of course I do. The rhythmic drumming of several thousand monks for 3 years.
Interesting taste. Well, can you blame them for asking? It's not every day you come about seeing a Titan, especially now after the war.
Why do they need to know?
I guess it depends on the person.
Give me a deception check. And not for lying, for concealing how you're talking about people.
Okay.
Because she's going to try and insight
Okay.
something from you.
Okay. That is gonna be a...
She got a 22.
Ooh.
Wait, can I cast you? Never mind.
Can I guess?
You're
Never
like,
mind.
You're like, can I cast? No, this
Alright.
is funnier if he fails.
No, I mean, I could, because you got an 18, Kane.
Mm-hmm.
I would have gotten you to a 22.
Ooh. If you
Alec, I
want
cast silver barbs.
You're
Oh
out of
my
the
God.
cave, you're out of the cave.
I know it. I wouldn't actually do that to you. That's the joke.
If you want to get Kane to a 22, this would be a little bit more of an open conversation.
Okay,
Okay.
I'm gonna use my flash of genius.
She's trying to garner if you've gotten close to humanoids. As she's picking up a little bit on how you're not defending them, but explaining their actions, which dragons wouldn't really do. And this is kind of piquing her interest a little bit.
You ask what I've been doing since my time being alive. And then Kane will gesture to the group. Exploring the world. Seeing it through their eyes, their perspective a little bit.
And
Whether
how,
I want to or not.
and how is it? The perspective.
Well, we don't have the same strength and might of that of a dragon or a giant to be able to use at anything that comes your way. You're forced to look at things and approach things much differently. And you know what? So far, it hasn't been all that bad.
Not all that bad, huh? Their lives are so short.
Indeed.
They're very melodramatic. No offense. She
Quite so.
kind of like gestures to the group.
Offense to what?
You are all very warm. That is strange.
We are very cold.
She kind of grabs a little bit of flame onto her palm and blows warm steam onto Courage and Valor and your exhausted condition ends.
Ooh,
You feel
know
this
what they have.
nice, just kind of like warmth begin to spread over your metal, and the kind of like frost begin to just like slowly recede.
I am made reborn. I do a little jig.
Is that
That is
normal?
yes.
Typically, yes.
And Ymir Ymir can very much like hear the kind of deflation of valor. Just yes, that is
Events.
in fact normal. Thank you.
This is interesting.
So,
I am not going to harm that town.
oh,
There is no need, and it will not bring me anything. Plus, their farming techniques can be studied. And one of them has, she kind of like, without like looking over, just kind of like points with her staff over into the corner, and you see like a handmade pot next to like a lot of like larger handmade pottery. One seems to have been made by like a humanoid very shittily. And kind of like decorated in a very like Netherinian, like kind of like your country style, completely different from like all of the other pottery in the area. Some of them have taken to bringing me, she uses quotes, gifts.
Uh,
I thought it was garbage at first.
Do you not have use for pots?
It is too small to drink out of.
Hmm.
She says that despite it being on her shelf. The purpose of this visit?
Are you asking?
No, I am telling you to tell me.
well, before we get to that, have you met Ziru? I'm gonna gesture over to Ziru.
Hi.
Hello, Ziru.
It's really nice to meet you, Miss Ma'am
Ymir is fine.
Ymir.
I suppose you can refer to me as General, but I think I've retired.
Forgive me if this is a request that's far too beneath you to consider. Could and just out of curiosity, right? Could we have an arm wrestling competition?
Oh, hell yeah.
What
There's a
is that?
Oh, it's like, to like, you hold hands, but like try to like slap the other person's hand down on like the table that you put your elbows on. Usually, I mean, I'm sure it's done in other ways, but that's kind of how I know it.
You want to hold my hand?
For the he's gonna look to the group. I don't know how to explain it properly.
A test of strength.
I put a little recording of it on my screen.
She.
I'm just gonna look over. I'm gonna look over at Courage. Courage. She can't see that.
So can I?
You hear the audio?
She just kind of like cranes her neck a little bit to kind of like point her ear. A test of strength where you hold hands.
I suppose that's a way of putting it.
She stands up. Why did you not say so?
I have a question.
Yes,
How
Alice.
big is Ziru compared to her hand?
Ziru is the size of her hand.
Okay, thank you.
You know, ow,
Maybe
yes!
bigger, like way bigger than her. You know, like not. What is that? It's like what? Yeah, she's like almost 20 feet tall. So her hands would be about like, maybe, I don't know. A good chunk of Ziru size.
It was important for the mental image, thank you.
I have a table. Will that do?
Am I able to like reach the table?
You have to kind of like grab onto it and pull yourself up on the chair, and then kind of like grab onto the table and pull yourself up.
Yeah, this works perfectly. Thank you.
She kind of just like places her hand limply on the table. Now what?
Well, you have to like prop your elbow up so that your hands like like hovering up off the table at like a slope, I guess, an angle.
She raises her hand in an arm wrestling position.
Ziru's gonna kind of like regard her, and then as the same like display with the Yetis shift into something more monstrous, although more comfortable for the competition as he gets bigger, as he sprouts more arms. And then he's gonna arm wrestle.
Alright, give me...
Wait.
What's up?
No, I was thinking like, I don't if I should top them or not, but no, I want to let them do their own raw strength.
Okay. Give me an athletics check.
Athletics. In my spider mite form, I do have advantage on strength checks.
Okay.
ET dub. Okay. Please not 20. Oh no.
Okay, she got a 30.
Holy shit.
As you grow, you see there's just kind of like surprise on her face before she slams your hand down with quickness and force that bends your arm in a way that it should not bend, and just kind of cracks the table a little bit. That was fun.
He's gonna kind of like hiss and like surprise more so at like how quick that went. He's gonna go, wow, that was fun, thank you. I've never encountered such a, I guess, formidable person before.
What is your subclass again?
Rune Knight.
Mhm. Let me make sure.
Mhm.
She just kind of
Yeah,
like cranes her neck a little bit. You know a fighting stance of the giants.
I'm sorry.
When you got bigger, that is something Titans can do. It is intriguing. You use runes across your armor. That is an ancient Titan tradition. Where do you hail from?
He's gonna kind of look down at and like regard himself for what seems like the first time. I come from the abyss below the Shadow City.
We Titans are born of stone. Even cloud and sky giants like myself are born of mountain peaks. You come from an ancient homeland of mine. Who taught you these ways? I thought that they had been long lost and forgotten.
He's gonna kind of get like more nervous. I suppose some part of it came innately. I didn't have a particular instructor, but I picked up bits and pieces from the friend and my grandmother I had down there who knew of magic, but I mostly figured it out.
Impressive. It has brought me joy to see a fighting technique of my ancestors use today. And she kind of nods towards you, Zero. Very slowly, kind of like shifting her whole body weight into it.
He'll like nod back, though she can't see it. If this is a more ancient form of magic that you use, can I inquire a demonstration of your magic or powers?
She, a look of something mixed kind of like crosses her face. Give me an insight check.
Heard. Normal. A 12.
A 12?
Mm-hmm.
It seems she hasn't used most of her specifically giant abilities since the war. and to use it now in a room full of people that she does not want to hurt. There is a look of fear and restraint on her face.
Maybe some other time would be better.
Maybe. Though I can show you this. And she kind of claps her hands, and the mist inside of the room begins to kind of coalesce and rise up above into the stonework. And she doesn't look at it yet. A point at the very center, lightning just very quickly strikes down at it, leaving a small scorch mark. And very light rain begins to drizzle onto the floor. The fire keeps. It's large enough. And the mist disperses and returns back to the floor.
That was pretty cool.
Thank you. The village down below had asked if I could use it to help grow their crops. I said, why are they so weak that they require water for their crops?
Did you perform it for them regardless?
Yes. Well, I was confused. Can they just not eat the food raw?
I guess it's not as enjoyable if it's not fully grown.
Strange. Perhaps their stomachs have yet to evolve.
I think so.
Not yours. What is the strangest thing that you have eaten?
Oof. Let me think about that one. I ate some of my grandmother, like while she was, I mean, she's fine, but a piece of her fat was sawn off. And it was like this like thick yellow mucus, cold. It was pretty gross. But you know, such as we fall on hard times, we have to do as we will.
Hold on. Let me actually roll to see if she would know what that is. What exact? Actually, you can just message me this. But Zero's grandmother.
Yeah, let me DM you the.
Oh yes, yes. Okay, I remember what it's called. She kind of like gives you a knowing look. I have tasted those before. They are a delicacy.
I suppose that was a long time ago now.
Yes.
Huh.
Back when the tree trunks still grew in the wastes.
Wow. I can bring you some back if you want.
There is a very small gesture of like her head just kind of like slowly like snapping like a quarter of an inch in your direction. I would like that.
Zero will nod. I'll do my best. Although I can't say when I can return in a timely manner. But once we go down, I will be back.
Do not worry. Time passes by quickly for me.
He'll nod. Me as well, though probably not as quick.
Thank you for your presence, Zero.
Oh, thank you for obliging me.
It has been a while.
He'll go ahead and like climb off the table.
She walks over to the rest of the group, staff in hand, does not sit down back at the fire. Will you be taking your leave now? I am not kicking you out, I am simply asking.
Did anybody else like to ask anything?
I would like to sit down and have pleasantries. But I did not expect you. I had created a version of you in my own mind, and I seem perplexed.
Okay.
Thank you for being a good host.
You are all the ones that wandered into my cave.
And you could have kicked us out.
Why would I do that? It's been so long. I wanted to see what the dragons have been up to.
Mostly trapped in unfortunate circumstances.
Is there news of a return, Kane?
Kane is gonna look a little surprised. Maybe like a little caught off guard by the question. Well, perhaps. Although I did have another set of questions to ask you. If you don't mind.
It seems you've grown accustomed to the mortal ways, Kane.
I suppose it's a bit infectious that way.
I think you've also always been the only one out of the dragons to really converse with people. Even we found it quite disquieting.
I was a bit of an outlier in that regard. But I did want to ask, what is it that you wish to do now? Or how did you feel after the war, knowing that Urethmel doesn't live any longer to command you?
I waited for my family to return. when they did not. I waited for orders to either keep going or to flee. I heard none. I think the others had left without me. I woke up in this cave, my wounds bandaged by hunters from the town. I think at this point I could leave whenever I would like. And yet, something ties me back.
Really? I mean, you're right. Nothing I don't think now can necessarily stop you from doing anything. I believe that's why I'm so confused. Do you have any idea then, what is it that bounds you?
I'm not sure. But I feel as though I cannot leave the people of this town without something. Yet I am not sure what it is or how long it would take. I have time to spare, it seems. The war is over and the ants have won.
And as far as you know, there are no other giants left around.
None that I am aware of. Though there are a lot more dragons than I thought.
One is certainly more than zero. Do you know of any others?
Selro's wretched corpse out in the lake. I didn't realize Vicalia would rear her ugly head inside of the body of someone that once fought me. Resurrected twice, it seems. I wonder what'll happen the third time.
Something about third time being the charm.
Is that a saying?
Yes.
You're referring to Acacia outside, I'm assuming.
Yes. She is not dealing with her existence well.
What would you do then, if a dragon were to return?
That would depend on if the dragon would want to kill me. Or if the dragon were to harm this town. We Titans never attacked the people on purpose until that faithful siege of Alagard. To this day, I don't know what Urathmel was thinking. Though we do not question orders.
You know, it is the first time that I've spoken to a giant. I don't think I've ever knew the details about that plan. Would you mind elaborating?
It was home to many powerful people. The ants seem to have been getting in the way. Much harder to defeat someone when there's someone else tripping you at every step of the way. Urathmel, I think, believed that if we leveled this country, it would be easier to fight you all. Though that seemed to upset the mortals even more.
Seems so foolish to me.
Everything seems foolish to those that do not see the full picture.
But think about it.
I have you
Why?
perished.
Why level someone who hated the dragons as much as you did?
Because they hated us, too.
But you could have changed that. Unlike the dragons, you could have made the attempt. In fact, a dragon did make that attempt as I'm gesturing at Kane. Collective might won.
There is nothing collective about the humanoids.
Are you sure? A city does not get built by one man.
I have seen thousands of cities rise and fall because of whims of one man.
And yet, here stand the giants, or giant. And here lie the dragons. And there, out of this cave, stands the ants that you speak about.
You can leave now.
I did not mean this an insult.
You can leave now.
Just valor, right?
Did you need something else, Kane?
Well, I think it's about time I stopped beating around the bush.
Yes, the dragons are infuriating that way. I wish you and your kind would just say what they mean, instead of dancing around the issue. You're trying to get your body back, are you not?
You'd be right in that assumption. And you have something I need in order for that to happen.
Her laughter fills the room like claps of thunder. You hear a boom grow and grow. She seems genuinely amused and a little giddy that a dragon has come to ask for her help. Something you need.
I would like to preface that I do genuinely, if nothing else, came to check in on the only other giant that lives around.
So any giant would do.
Well, you're a special case. I never had the abilities to even take you down, regardless of being as a dragon. But, of course, in these current circumstances, I don't think I could take you down. Neither could most of us, even if we wanted to. Not without obvious consequences, of course. So, I'll put it straight. Would you be willing to spare me some of your blood?
The ever coveted Titan blood. What is it this time? Crafting jewels, runes, spell components, armor.
No, nothing that measly. Not for me. I require it in a ritual that I'll be conducting in order to return back to my body. Simple as that.
She thinks for a period. A minute passes. The mist returns, the quiet settles. And what will you do once you have it back?
Well, regaining back the powers of a draconic form, I wish to change things around here in this world. I have people that I owe it to.
It seems
There
we
are-
both owe things to the ants.
Seems like it. Although I wasn't very much expecting that from you. But
How
I'm
times change.
However, as you've already explained, you don't seem to pose a threat to anybody, really. And, I mean, understandably so. I think it'd be foolish for anyone to even decide to go ahead and try to eliminate you. And so far, I mean, it'd be in their best interest for them to keep you around. I'd say the same goes for me.
I've heard there are people protesting me in town. Is that true?
It is. They want to remove you.
I like that. Old habits die hard, I think.
It would seem so. So I guess if they aren't, or if you aren't going to be going down there to do anything, they definitely are going to try, whether they succeed or not.
I suppose if they try, I will just kill them.
He's gonna like look back and forth between them and then to Valor back.
You know, we were planning on attending a meeting they were going to have regarding the issue.
They're having meetings about him. Interesting. The humanoids live such short lives, yet they demand to deliberate over everything. Collectivism. This country hasn't been torn further apart. Yet if you say you'd like to change things, Kane, I think I'd rather believe you.
Much as I hate to say it, you do have my word.
If anything, it would be quite the matchup.
I would be looking forward to that as well.
She holds up her arm and takes out a small cutting knife. If the rest of you would like to stay and watch this. You may, though I warn, Titan blood has been known to be toxic.
Alec, please come back in the cave.
Yes. Did you want to say anything, or are you just hanging out?
It's hard to reconcile what I've seen you do and the one who stands before me now. But whatever sway I have in the town, I'll speak in your favor. I don't want to see people march up here and needlessly die. I'm willing to believe that you wish them no harm.
Why would I kill my own pond of fish?
I've seen people do crazier things for no reason. But I will speak in your defense.
I will accept that as payment, then. And she slices her arm open. I would like everybody in the room to make a Constitution saving throw, except for Zero.
I would like to cast. No.
Okay.
No.
Everybody but Acacia has a +3 to the save.
Yippee!
That's okay. Constitution is actually one of the saves I'm proficient in. Watch me roll a 1. I did not. That's actually good.
18.
18.
Oh.
26.
Oh, wait.
I love that you've done this like 3 times in a second.
Every
I mean, it's
single
like-
time, Danny's just like, what? Never mind.
No, because I see Kane and we're like, oh, it's a low number. Let me add, but that would just make it a 10.
A 10.
Yeah.
Alright. Okay. Yeah, everybody but Kane succeeds.
Awesome.
That's actually
The one
that's peak
person who
cinema.
requested it.
No, you know what that
Wait,
that
can I-
like that like seems.
Oh.
What's up, Danny?
Yeah.
I was gonna say, when I see them, like,
Mhm.
struggling, can I cast Sensibility on them?
That would help with like checks, not saves, unfortunately.
Oh, it's a save? Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, can I make it worse? Can I silvery barbs him and hope he rolls a 1?
What?
I'm joking.
I'm hoping to.
So funny. It just casts fuck you.
Abraca, fuck you.
Abraca, fuck you.
Kane, you take just a 5 points of thunder damage. As there's just kind of like a pulse that radiates from her sickly looking, kind of like almost like purple blood. It looks like a crystal dripping down. You can't believe that it's liquid. You've seen many, many titans bleed. This is up close. It's almost entrancing. And as you watch it pour into a small vial and seal it off, she begins to wrap her arm and tie it around. May we both find reasons to leave at some point in our lives.
Struggling, almost like healing over through ragged breath. Just like, yes. Likewise.
I will not lie. That sight of you in that state does bring me somewhat joy. Call it payback for what your brother did to me.
Yeah, wouldn't be the first time. And then Kane will take the vial. And then very, very carefully put it away.
Oh, I'm gonna be right back.
Oh, okay.
Oh god.
Oh, good. I'm gonna go piss.
Oh
Wait, I
god.
can pee now. I can pee.
Oh my
Fucking move, Riley.
Okay, guys, pee break, pee break.
LDD.
Yar har fiddly's notes.
No.
Yeah.
Bro,
Alright, fine.
Ymir takes a deep breath in and blows out the flame. It will be dark soon.
I guess it's about time to leave then.
It is.
Acacia's just gonna start walking.
Okay.
Acacia and Valor do hang back.
Oh.
I look back to Valor.
I motioned to Courage. It is fine.
So
Just
before I
one-
leave,
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say thanks to
Hmm?
Emir. He's like, Emir, thank you for your hospitality, despite all the cold.
You are welcome.
Thank you. And I turn around and it's like, give Valor one last look. And then like we go a little bit and then turn back to Valor. And I go a little bit further and turn back to look at Valor again.
I just turn around, leave.
And then I leave after the second one.
How many hit points did Kane lose?
5.
5.
I'll give Kane my free cure wounds as I pass him, or as he passes me. Out of my, it's 5 plus whatever I roll, so I'm gonna roll for funsies. I rolled a 2. You get 7 hit points.
Let's go back to full.
So
I'm scared that you're gonna need to be at full.
while everybody is leaving or in some ways preparing to leave, I walk over to the pottery I'm going to take out my horn. I have an instrument. I got it from my background.
Some fucking guy.
I did.
I found it on the corpse of some man in Allegard and said, "Mine now."
Well, he's not using it no more. It's free real estate.
Wakes up. Oh.
But I am going to take the horn out and just leave it by all of kind of the gifts that she has been given.
Hold on, I gotta close the door.
Hi, Alexis.
Alexis is being devious.
Meow.
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 Meow. You know, like meow.
Meow.
Meow meow.
I'm so glad the recording is getting this. Valor, in the nicest way possible, would you instead like to hand it to her so she knows what the fuck you just put on her shelf?
Oh right, I did kind of forget she was blind.
Guys, this whole,
Valor or
this
Ricky are such a fake ally.
this entire
Truly.
session.
Truly. Yeah, I approach her and just present the horn to her.
She holds it. Reminds me of an instrument of old. We used to use these in battle. A gift or a trade?
A gift.
Many thanks. You were right, Valor, in some ways. It was the collective will that won the war for the mortals, though it was not the country as a whole. This place is divided. It wars with itself. It shuts gates and closes itself off from people that need it. I believe everyone could have been saved had they been able to walk inside the earth as we once did. And yet the gates were closed.
Are you speaking about the Shadow Gates?
The Shadow City.
Right.
The stone is my home. It is unfortunate that it now bears such an ugly stain upon Netherin.
What stain would that be?
Betrayal. It was the will of 5 people. She kind of gestures to Acacia and moves her head to you. Valeth of the King's Maw tribe. He was a Goliath in your party, was he not?
Yeah.
Did you get along with him?
Well enough. I
Do
wouldn't
you-
say we were the best of friends, but I liked him for my part.
Do you know if there are plans to bring him back like you are back now?
I'm sure Felix is looking.
Then until then, I pray he fights in Valhalla gloriously.
Would you prefer he stayed at rest there?
I have no say in the matter. Either his soul will come back or it will not.
Okay, she'll just nod.
You both leave and rejoin with the
Oh,
group.
wait.
Oh, yes.
I look at her like just one last time. You wield the power of nature.
What you call nature, I call an extension of myself. Is there a question here?
There is not much of a question. Well, I want to learn more, but I do not have current time to learn more. I know my power is an extension of how I was created. That my core is innately magical. But I want to learn how to wield it more effectively. And I want an excuse to come back for more lovely conversation.
Then both you and Ziru may return.
You're a formidable and terrifying opponent, General. I pray that our blades never cross again.
I pray your mind is at ease. And your
If our
heart
paths
rests.
cross, Go ahead.
Sorry. She says, I pray your mind is at ease and your heart is at rest.
If our paths cross again, I hope it continues to be peaceful. Goodbye.
She kind of takes that in. And as you leave, the mist almost kind of just pushes you out a little bit. Do you all return to Kreril?
I think we have to go back to the lake and get our horses.
Yar.
During your little roundabout. Return to the lake, grab your horses, and continue on your travel. Yes?
I wanted to ask Valor, after they got out of the cave, I'm gonna like pull on their arm or tug at their arm.
Yes,
Did it go okay?
it went well.
Yippee! Yippee! And then I'm gonna trust Valor, just like energetically, just like go on ahead.
Valor is going to put a very gentle hand on the top of Courage's head.
I detect pressure on the top of my head, and I turn around to the sword. Oh, it is you.
Acacia would like to walk up to Kane.
How are you faring?
I, forgot he was your brother. Is it, fun landing the final blow this time?
In a way. Definitely not the same. Just echoes of what once was, so.
Did you not like your brother?
Does anybody like their brother?
What else do you need for your ritual?
Well. Sorry. The hardest part is out of the way. Well, one of them. The next thing I need is to head to the Shadow City. Which is where we're going anyway, so.
Seems most of us have business there, yes?
wasn't actually expecting to be given this. Somehow in the back of my mind, I feel like there's something up.
Well, maybe she just genuinely thinks it's funny. Maybe she doesn't think you'll succeed.
I can see
And we
that.
get to speak in her favor. So, it's a big joke all around.
Yeah. Oh, it's fun.
You seemed amused by your current position.
Well, I didn't think I would ever have to go begging to a Titan. So, you know, new experiences all around.
Besides, she killed your brother.
Yes, she did.
He deserved it.
So I think in the back of her mind, you would be just as easy.
Maybe. I mean, I definitely wasn't able to take her out myself either, so there's merit to that. Besides, Salro possibly needed to be a little bit stronger then. If not, then it was well deserved.
Wow, Kane. That was pretty brave of you to speak up in the face of someone who did that to someone you knew.
Brave, is that what you call it?
What would you call it?
A bit of a gamble,
Foolish?
probably. But it worked out, didn't it?
I still consider that to be brave.
Also, it's quite funny to see the giant also agree in my opinion on you. So that was nice to hear.
What opinion?
That you share similarities to one another. That you would be a good giant.
I share similarities, but I do not think I would be the good Titan that she thinks I would be.
What would that mean to be a Titan?
Do you not remember what she said earlier?
That's what it means to be a Titan?
No, I don't know what it means to be a Titan. But she did say that she saw the world in black and white, in binaries.
Do you think you could have become a good Titan?
Not in the way that she believed. And besides, I can't turn into a Titan. I'm not going on some fool's errand to turn into something I'm not anymore.
Well, I think you are a good valor, and that is a very good thing to be.
Hey, Kane.
Yes?
From one fucked up resurrection to another, how do you deal with, I'm sure, what is it, a very constant backlog or monologue in the back of your head? Vikelia has been screaming quite a bit. How do you deal with it? Kind of funny, we're in exact opposite situations here. Poetic almost.
Well,
I'd
it
like her to shut up.
depends. What is it that she is telling you?
She's just screaming.
Just screaming.
Just screaming.
Well, for one, Kainel isn't. Well, no, maybe he is definitely screaming a lot, but
I
imagine
know
it's
him. I know him. I know he doesn't shut up. How do you drown it out?
How do I drown it out? I guess I give in a little bit. It wasn't until I spoke to Kano and listened to what he had to say that he began to quiet down a little bit, I suppose.
You got him to shut up? How did you get him to shut up?
No. He does not shut up. But it's tolerable. And, sometimes he's not always yelling out at me. So that's always fun to hear as well.
Well, I'll think on that, thank you.
Maybe we could trade places.
I would... You could see Acacia for a moment consider. No, I'm good with this, actually.
You're sure?
You're
Positive?
I miss my cousin very much, and I would do anything for him.
Anything.
I do remember him driving me crazy.
You just hear in your head, Kane, Acacia is weak in the left knee. Tripper now, tripper now.
Kana's gonna go for it.
No shot.
Acacia, make a dexterity save.
With disadvantage because it's on the weak knee?
No.
Aw.
18.
18. There is, for the briefest of moments, a very familiar feeling of someone just kind of like very gently sliding their foot underneath yours, and you just kind of like very gracefully avoiding it, and you're for a split moment brought back to like being 10 years old again, playing with your cousin, and then you're back in the snow.
I am going to lock eyes with Kane and give him the exact same expression that Acacia would give Nell when he was trying to pull shit.
Oh my god, she fucking sucks so much! I hate her!
Valor, was that dancing?
Of some sort, yes.
Ooh, that was enjoyable. I shall have it recorded and stored in my memory. They play it over again.
Sorry, Nell really wanted to do that.
I gathered.
So did I, but
I'm going to get him back, and I'm gonna whoop his ass.
Oh,
I've always been lighter on my feet. There's no fucking way he trips me again. Never.
We'll see.
I hear salt.
so
You did not have to travel with him.
No. And from the way you're making it sound, I'm grateful.
I think Danny's been trying to get a word in.
Sorry.
Well,
Great
no,
idea.
I was just, you two need someone resurrected?
Kind of.
That reminded me of something. No, someone. I remember hearing someone recently talk about resurrections. But they seemed very mad about it.
And who might that
But
be?
I cannot for the existence of me remember who. Oh, wait, hold on. Wait. Alec, I want to DM me something.
Yeah, I'm assuming so.
I'm going to. Never
While they're computing, Acacia's just going to the optimism that induced pranks was exhausting, and you should be glad that you don't have to deal with it.
Hey, Scraps.
Yes.
You want to climb on my back?
I'm currently on Zero's.
Zero's gonna look at Valor like really, really offended and hurt. Wow.
Okay.
Low blow, Valor. Low blow.
You all see
No,
This-
Courage's
back.
screen begin to just kind of like almost like static a little.
This is all I can remember about them.
And you
It's
see.
like a,
Oh, go ahead.
no, you do it.
Acacia, a very familiar visage. The figure in your vision next to the mirror of shadows. Holy armor, black clothing, a mask over their face. It seems Courage is having trouble kind of like putting an entire picture together, but the resemblance is there. Seems like they were approached by this person.
Oh yeah, this was the person who wanted the help of a Valor model.
Well, that's. I don't like how many threads are tying together.
Threads?
That's. I saw that figure by the mirror. I know that silhouette. Zero, I said I wouldn't push, but is that familiar armor to you at all?
Is it?
Yeah, it is.
Ruh-roh.
Zero will awkwardly nod. Maybe a little.
Okay. And I think our path keeps pointing in one direction, doesn't it?
It does.
Then perhaps we make haste.
We finish our business in Quero and then we go south.
We finish our business and we go on the train.
As you all reach Creril and find your rooms in the inn for the night, Zero and Scraps, you're sharing a room once again?
Oh yeah, we are. Yeah.
Zero's gonna look at Scraps and he's gonna go, you know, I feel like I've mentioned it before, but why do I feel like no one tells us anything? Since when was Kane a fucking dragon? when did we establish that? Why did everyone know about that except us?
I know. I was so confused when I heard it, and then there was like this mention of a brother. What?
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure that was Selro. I mean, I didn't see him say anything whenever his fucking spirit was.
Like, even I can see the dots. That.
I see
Yeah.
the dots, they're connecting.
I've connected them.
Yeah, and then when
You didn't
Ymir
connect
was
shit.
like,
I've connected them.
I like to imagine like Courage like kind of having the same conversation with Valor. Like Valor, you never told me you were friends with so many dragons.
Anyway, Zero and Scraps continue.
yeah. And whenever Ymir was like, "Oh, you brought these 2 dragons to my place,"
Two. That's more than one. Less than 3. 2.
I barely knew about the one. Like,
My God. And the one is like really close to us, and then the second one's even closer. Oh my God.
yeah. And okay, Acacia and Kane, I can get that. But why did Valor know? Why did Valor know we did it? What's going on with that? I feel like I had a whole conversation with them about like, oh, you never tell us anything, and then we weren't told anything.
I'm like grabbing like the pillows from the bed and making the little nest in the middle of the room.
I'm like, I know. It's ridiculous. It's. I don't know. It feels like they don't trust us.
I genuinely have
Anything.
a reason.
Yeah, it's very weird, and then now it's like, yeah, I guess like I'm finally starting to get talked to because we're going into the Shadow City. Oh yeah, let's go talk to the Drow. That's crazy.
Mm.
I don't know. It's very weird.
You know, if I knew, I would have told you right away.
Aw. If I knew, I would have told you too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I was a dragon, I would tell you too.
Yeah, I appreciate it. If I were a dragon, I'd also tell you, but I'm not. I don't know why there's so many. I didn't know that was a common thing, but
Oh, me neither.
yeah. I don't know. It's very. I don't like that anyone, or I don't like that they just don't talk to you either. I don't know. I'm not a fan.
I'm gonna sit on the pillows. So do you think they even like see us as equals?
I mean, how do you feel about it?
I mean, like, not super good. Like, I guess, I don't know. There's like this little, like, really weird itch. Like, if they're not telling us stuff, they don't trust us. Or they just don't think we can, like, handle it, or don't, like, believe in us. And, like, being friends is, like, believing in each other and stuff. So, I don't know.
Yeah. I think the only acknowledgement that comes either your or my way is when they say we're doing something wrong, and that's the only time they talk to us.
Or if we like hit something really hard and it kills the bad thing.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that too. I don't know. I feel like I don't. I. It's weird trying to bring up the same point over and over again, but I feel like you're being treated like a dog, if anything.
What?
Well, it's like they'll just like pick you up. You know, it's instead of using their word. I don't know. Maybe I'm just overthinking it, but
Huh. Hmm.
Kane will go and knock on the door. Hello?
I don't think we should answer.
Pizza delivery?
I don't think we should answer that. Or maybe we should. I don't know.
May I come in?
What's our policy on dragons?
I mean, I've never had to fight with one, so I don't really. I like Ymir.
That's true. That's true. I mean, it is still Kane, right? Even though he didn't tell us who he was.
Yeah, he didn't tell us who he was, and everyone else knew.
Yeah, and everyone knew.
Yeah, and like he talked about it with everyone else because like him and Valor were having a whole conversation about it. Yeah.
Ugh. I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna open the door. Hello.
Hello. Sorry to interrupt. I just wanted to come by if that was alright.
Why? You gonna tell us something that everyone else knows?
Oh, well, I was going to ask Zero how they felt about meeting the giant, and how you felt about it too.
I mean, I really enjoyed that interaction, but I feel like I was more blindsided by everything that came up with it than anything, considering how much we have talked about it beforehand.
Oh, you mean about my origin? Am I correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm. Well, I would like to apologize. I actually had meant to tell you at the ball. I think I
Yeah.
got a little distracted though.
Hmm.
Uh, that was kind of a while ago now. Why not any time after that? We've had conversations.
Hmm. I'm not sure.
There always seems to be some sort of distraction or something that comes up whenever an important topic has to come up. Huh.
Hmm. Never had to deal with this before. I guess at the time I was trying to gauge how you might have felt about knowing my
Knowing about
interest,
what?
my
Oh.
intentions, I guess. I mean, Zero is very much wanting to, at the very least, defend Ymir. I won't lie and say that there is no chance that I might come after them. What would you do then?
Weird. I don't know. At least for me, I would figure it out because you're still my friend. I wouldn't keep that away. It doesn't change my views on you.
And I feel like in that scenario, it depends if you've been treating me like one of your friends.
Well, have I?
You tell me.
I thought you were.
Hmm. But I'm not sure. I considered you two my closest friends.
I guess not close enough.
I guess in that same way, I felt I didn't have to worry about you two.
Then why did you feel like you had to gauge our reactions and hide whatever from us?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. You make a good point. I told the other two, more so because I knew absolutely that, regardless of their opinion, it wouldn't really change me. I didn't care if Valor considered me an ally or not. Similarly with Acacia, I was ready to consider us enemies moving forward. I didn't want to see that possibility with you two. If I'm not clear enough, I'd like to apologize about this. I had never considered that this would affect you so much.
Uh, it's just a little jarring when such an important conversation happens and we can't even contribute. But I do appreciate the apology and the acknowledgement.
Mm.
You say you would like to contribute. How so?
Well, when you, in such an instance, like when Ymir was like, you brought these two dragons into my home, it's like, I didn't know what she was talking about. How am I supposed to say anything to that? It's like I'm just at a loss. I don't have to be part of whatever I guess beef you have going on, but when I'm going along with you and I'm being questioned about what I'm doing and I can't even tell you what I'm doing, then I don't know what to. I feel like it's unfair.
Hmm. Then what do you suggest I do moving forward?
I mean, we can be more honest and open with each other. I think that would solve a lot of it.
I'm willing to do that. Should I let you know of my plan?
Which is
Oh, well, I was asking if you wanted to know or not.
I mean, yeah, sure. He'll look at Scraps.
Scraps just shrugs and walks back to the little pillows, facing away.
Well, put simply, I plan to obtain ingredients to conduct the ritual to return my draconic body back. Afterwards, plan to work to change the status quo.
Change it to what?
Something that will give everyone a fair shot. So that people like Yesfear never have to go through what they did again.
I can respect that.
When I
I
explained
just
this to... Oh, you can go ahead.
oh no, go on.
When I explained this to Acacia, it was a bit of a unplanned explanation for one. I hate to admit that your large form occasionally might remind me of a giant. So, once I had revealed that, I think by then, Valor had sort of figured me out somewhat. So I decided to go ahead and tell him. I guess it
And
was rather naive of me to assume that I didn't really have to tell you two, because I felt that you seemed to be the ones that would most likely accept me, but as you said before, I should have mentioned it to you two regardless.
well, I'm not making a big deal out of it because because I care that you're a dragon. It's that it's just the information thing. If that's any consolation, I really don't see you any differently, and I would like to help you return to your original body because I know that's uh I know the feeling. Not in the same context or on the same scale, but I just it's it's okay to see us as your friends who do want to help and support you. You know? Me and Scraps.
I do, and I'm glad to hear it. And then Kane will look past to look over at Scraps. How about you, Scraps?
They're gonna they're gonna stay facing away. They're not really gonna say anything.
Kane will nod. That's understandable. Well, not that my plans have changed, but I just like to say out loud that moving forward, I believe it's only fair that if you are helping me, then I'd be willing to go ahead and help you. If there is any help you need. Zero.
Well, I appreciate it. I guess I need to repeat the same sentiment to Acacia and Valor though. And I've already had this conversation with Valor, so I don't know what's going on, but
Oh, I see.
I'll try not to complain too much.
By all means, complain away.
Was Sumero your brother?
Salro was a brother. However, when you're fighting along someone like that out in the battlefield during the war, I can't exactly say that there were times for us to act as brothers. We have a bit of a rivalry. At the time, anyway.
Well, I'm sorry for having to spring that fight on you so quickly. So
That was perfectly fine. I personally had nothing. Well, no issues with that. If anything, I was more upset with Valor. I didn't very much appreciate what they had to say to you then.
I yeah, I'll it's on my list of things to talk to them about. I do appreciate the sentiment.
Well, forgive me again for interrupting. I know it's a bit awkward now, I suppose, but I'll leave you to it. And again, you have my word that I would try my best to do better.
Oh. Before Kane like turns to leave or anything, Zuru's gonna like walk towards him and then like kind of like regard him looking down and then like wrap him in like a really tight hug. I do appreciate it, Kane.
Kane is gonna look a little surprised at first and then kind of warm up a bit to it and hug back.
Scraps is gonna spawn in and join in the hug.
And that's where we'll end the session.
Oh, man,
Here
oh,
comes
man.
Scrap!